Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, October 10th. Here's what's happening. Pope Leo XIV's first Apostolic Exhortation, De Lexi Te, Latin for I have loved you, calls the church and the world to rediscover Christ's love through concrete care for the poor and excluded. The 121-paragraph document urges compassion for the sick, migrants, and women facing violence, and condemns economic systems that deepen inequality and create what the Pope calls, quote, a dictatorship of an economy that kills. He appeals for a change in mentality, rejecting the illusion of happiness based on wealth and denouncing indifference toward poverty and hunger. The exhortation reaffirms the Church's preferential option for the poor, describing service to them not as charity from above, but as an encounter between equals. It was signed on the feast of St. Francis of Assisi, and De Lexi Te was published yesterday in the Vatican. Nearly every Republican senator is urging the FDA to reverse its recent approval of a generic version of the abortion pill mifepristone. In a letter led by Senator Lindsey Graham, 51 GOP senators called the decision deeply concerning and inconsistent with federal reviews of the drug's safety. They're asking the FDA to suspend the approval while that review continues and to restore in-person dispensing rules lifted in 2021. The lawmakers argue that mail-order access has led to abuse and serious health risks for women. Bishop Mark Seitz of El Paso, Texas, had an audience with Pope Leo XIV this week. The bishop, typically outspoken on migration issues, says immigration is, quote, a gospel issue before it is a political issue. In an interview with EWTN News, he said the church must defend the dignity and rights of migrants as part of its mission to serve the poor and vulnerable. The bishop warned that U.S. asylum laws are not being respected and that many migrant families now live in fear of deportation. After meeting with the Holy Father this week, Bishop Seitz said the Pope affirmed that, quote, in matters of injustice, the Church has to speak. The ceasefire plan agreed to by Israel and Hamas has been ratified by the Israeli cabinet. The first phase of the U.S. brokered deal includes the release of all remaining hostages in Gaza. It also includes a conditional Israeli withdrawal from Gaza and the release of some Palestinian prisoners. President Trump says he thinks the hostages will be released on Monday or Tuesday and is expected to issue a declaration that the war is over. Meanwhile, there are multiple reports that the U.S. is planning to send as many as 200 troops to Israel to monitor the ceasefire agreement in Gaza. That's the news this morning. I'm Matthew Handley.